Today we will see and explore one of the world's most beautiful cemeteries. ए cemeteryଟା ଅଛି Savannah, Georgiaରେ। ଆଜି ଆମେ explore କରିବା କ'ଣ beautiful ଅଛି। The Bonaventure Historical Society Visitor Center is open 10:30 a.m. till 2:30 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Alright? Feel free to stop by and pick up a map from their friendly volunteers. If you see here, we have entered, right? The gates are already open. It is open till 5 p.m. and we can explore, right? And let's see what are these things. So this is a pretty old cemetery, and it is spread over 100 acres, full of beauty and history, right? And the history, this Bonaventure Cemetery was established in 1846. My God, it's like 150 years old. So originally this was being called as Evergreen Cemetery, okay? And Bonaventure was a private commercial enterprise. It was established in 70 acres of the original Bonaventure plantation. When it became obvious the city's existing cemeteries were nearing capacity, Evergreen Cemetery was designed as a traditional Victorian cemetery with curving pathways, lots of trees, and grassy areas. Although it is a cemetery, it was common for families to meet and picnic here while still providing a place for comfort and solace for the bereaved friends of relatives of those buried there. Right? So Evergreen Cemetery was purchased by the city of Savannah in 1907 to become the fourth of the 5 cemeteries the city currently owns. Since then, it has expanded from the original 60 acres to nearly 103 acres. Okay, and so if you see here, left hand side and right hand side, there are the cemeteries are more than 100 years old. So this actually became famous after it was part of a novel, right? So the novel name was so the cemetery became famous when it was featured in 1994 novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Berendt. And in the subsequent movie also, there was a movie which was directed by Clint Eastwood based on the same book, and that is where it became very famous, right? And though it was a non-fiction novel, but the cover which included the bird girl sculpture that you can see in the starting of the video, that became very famous. And so many people came to take picture with that. Later on they had to move it from here to the museum, right? And after that this became very famous. So if you see here, there are so many people who has come to give respect to their bereaved families and friends, and we are here to see it. A few of the notable burials here is you can say Samuel B. Adams, Conrad Aiken, Robert Houston Anderson, Middleton Bonwell, Edith Chapman, actress, Hugh Garner, Nobel, Wimberly Jones, Jack Lee, Hugh W. Mercer, Johnny Mercer, James Neal, Edward Paddleford, Mary Louise Scudder Myrick, and Josiah Tatnall Jr., Josiah Tatnall III, Edward Telfair, who was governor, F. Blantucker, John Walls, Gracie Watson. So the famous statue was at Gracie Watson's grave site. I think she was 6 years old when she died. Claudius Charles Wilson, Rosa Louise Woodbury, Bartholomew Jobberhall, Spanish American one veterans from Worth Bagley Campton in Section Key. So there are a lot of veterans also here. So this is a pretty famous one, and they say this is haunted in night. We didn't see anything, but some friends and folks, they told in the night time it becomes haunted. Do you believe that? I do not. If you believe, you give a comment and let us know if you have ever felt anything haunted about this society. But overall, it was very beautiful. We liked it. So let's see some more tour of the cemetery. So this is this red building is the place where actually they do the last rites after, or they used to do the last rites after burying or before burying the body. So these are all closed right now. It's not open. However, this is a very old place and it used to happen like that. Located on the 17-mile long Wilmington River, some 3 miles from the downtown of Savannah, is a fascinatingly beautiful cemetery that has been described as a natural cathedral. Stoic and tall, live oak trees, cloaked in Spanish moss line. All the winding paths in the cemetery lending a haunting allure to the many elaborate and time-stained moments throughout. To offset the grays and gloominess are vibrant azaleas and camellias bursting with color when they bloom in the spring and summer. The 100 acres of the special place have stirred the emotions of generations of visitors over a great many years, and you'll feel something steady new the minute you approach the main gate. Novel that subsequently became a major motion picture published in 1994 owes much to the cemetery and vice versa. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. The Little Wendy, as the statue is also referred to, once stood sentinel over the Trozer-Dahl family plot, but she became so idolized as a result of her newfound literary fame, it wasn't even central to the book's plot. Another famous sculpture that has elicited fantastical stories is that of Gracia Watson, or as she is affectionately known as Little Gracie. The 6-year-old girl died of pneumonia and was memorialized in marble by artist John Walsh from nothing but a photograph. For the legend claims she appears as a normal living girl in white dress who vanishes without a trace when you get too close. To some, Little Gracie still lives. Visitors leave toys for her to play with, especially around Christmas time, and claim she cries tears of blood if her playings are removed. That is scary. Savannah, Georgia is one incredible place with one foot on the past and the other facing the future. Its riverfront district, contemporary eateries, pubs, shops, and timeless charms make this southern valley more than worth the visit.